Hey, boys and girls, we have Uncle Joe D's broken jigsaw yoke. So we're going to try and weld this back together. He cannot find it. I have the parts diagram on my phone. It is tiny. It doesn't seem like super strong metal. I just hope it's not pot metal. And we could weld it. I hope it's tool steel. And we weld it and it holds. But he gave me a little plastic bag of parts, and we're going to try and put it back together. See what happens. All right, so we're broken in two spots. This guy gets boogered onto there. And then if you could see, where is it? This guy goes on like so. So I think I'm going to weld this guy first, and then I'm going to weld it to that guy. This is what the inside looks like. It's got to fit in there and ride on that concentric bearing. So I think it's too delicate of work for a grinder. I'm gonna have to do this with the Dremel, but probably the most precision welding I've ever done. Okay, so we got the welder out. I got this cleaned up. I got that as tight as I could. That little seam in there. There's the other one in the back there, but see what happens. Okay, that may look a little silly. You'll see what's going on when we get around over here. So, I got that double A holding it up, holding it nice and straight. I have the spring clamp on this side, trying to hold that side straight. And then I have the C clamp on the other side. Try to get it as tight as possible. And we're going to weld it. Well, we're going to weld this side. We'll pull the battery out and weld the inside and see what happens. I don't have a stand for the camera. I cannot weld and watch. Uh-oh, the wife's home. Uh-oh, the wife. Well, it's welded. It ain't pretty. Well, it's one piece. I don't know if I don't think it's on the right angle. So I think we're gonna straighten that out, but that could be done. We'll grind all that out of there, and hopefully it's all one piece. Hopefully we get it to fit back in there. Thank God for the Dremel. Boys and girls, I probably got about 2 hours into this so far. A lot of hand filing. A lot of hand filing. But coming along nicely. I straightened out the ridge again. Seems to fit on there okay. And it's got a slide in here somehow. So we'll be able to figure it out. All right, boys and girls. It's not the most beautiful thing, but I think it'll work. A lot of hand filing, a lot of Dremel. Pretty stout. So I'm gonna put it all together and pop back in and put some grease in it. See what happens. There she is all together. All one piece. Binds up, but I think he's got a bar on the shaft. I'm gonna have to take it off and sand it. Coming along, coming along. So you had a little nick there. Maybe it was from when this thing broke, and that's when it bucked, but he had a little nick there. I sanded it down to some 400 grit. Seems to be acting smooth now. All right, continue forth. Okay, I am a big fan of grease. I grease everything. There's two really tiny bearings, one on this side, one on the other. So I stuck a whole bunch of grease in the middle where it's going to force it in. I put grease in there. Any tools with grease that I work on, I try to keep grease in them. Grease is good. Grease is your friend. If you have a paper gasket, don't forget to put it on. All that grease will be out on your nice workpiece once your tool gets hot. But it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Beta test coming shortly. We haven't stuck a bit in it. We haven't cut any wood yet, but doesn't have a slow speed, so that's all I can show you. So she works. We'll stick a blade in there and cut it in a little bit. Cut some wood. See if it's robust. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is a piece of PVC, but she's cutting it. This is how I gotta have it clamped up. I couldn't clamp it up any other way. I'd say she's skookum. She's good to go. Here you go, Uncle Joe. Put the cap back on it. There you go.